Hey there. So, what is normal? Who cares? Well, normal ends up being one of our biggest challenges. So, you look at 10 different people, you ask them to stand up straight, you're going to get 10 different things. None of them are probably truly straight. I talked in optimizing about how we adjust to whatever it is we do normally. And when we adjust enough, we stop paying attention to it. And we can stop paying attention to it to the point that we aren't even aware of it anymore. Because if something's always the same, we don't need to adjust to it. We don't need to make choices about it. It becomes noise, so to speak. It's not useful information because it's always there, and we don't need to do anything with it. And so we just write it out and sort of adjust our perception to make it invisible. Which is good if you're trying to save effort in your nervous system, but it's lousy if you want to stay aware. And if you have anything that's particularly repetitive in your life, and this culture has a ton. Because if you don't feel something, you can't make any choices about it anymore. You can only react. You can only be caught by surprise when something does change in that area. You can only be baffled by what's happening in your life when something that you've decided at one point was normal starts acting up or not being accurate or true. So these things are all obviously super important. So one of the most important thing is becoming aware of the things that you don't know are happening. When we have something that feels obvious, but is chronic and stuck and resistant, then we're only feeling part of it. We're not fully aware. Part of it is, quote unquote, normal, invisible, built in. It's like, it's easy to move a tennis ball around. It's easy to make a choice. It's easy to move even if something's big and heavy. But if a fairly big rock, say, something you can, carry, whatever your strength level or skill level may be. But if that rock's mostly buried, good luck. You're going to have to dig it out first. You can push and pull on the part that's sticking out, the quarter of it that's sticking out all you want, and it's not going to change. You're going to keep running into it. You're going to keep falling on it. It's going to keep getting in the way, and you're not going to be able to move it. So, learning, as disorienting, as scary, as wrong as it feels sometimes, to let go. We don't want to trade an old normal for a new normal. We want to get rid of normal. We want to start encompassing everything with our awareness again and not write anything off anymore. This is obviously a long, long path, and that's okay. Because any step in that direction makes a difference. It lightens the load. It gives you freedom. So when we're doing exercises, wringing ourselves out, as I call it, when we're doing things that, we hope to learn from, or life in general, the point is not to figure out how to do something new. The point is not to get better at something, to acquire a skill. The point is to expand what we feel, to expand our awareness. That is fundamental health at its most basic. And it allows us more choice, more strength, more creativity, whatever. But that's kind of the purpose of what of the things that I do. And I believe the most useful perspective to carry with you when you're training, when these things that I'm talking about are valuable to you and you're doing something to specific and explicit to work with them. So, normal is a decision about what to not pay attention to. So get rid of normal. And it's losing all your points of reference. It's crazy making at first when you're trying to negotiate with your brain. It's absolutely bonkers, but it gets better. Because we will adjust to anything. And after a while, that becomes normal. And it's okay. So, when you're going through your life, look at the things that surprise you. Look at the things that stick out at you that you don't know how to deal with, and recognize that there's something there that you're not aware of. There's something there that you, through training or upbringing or, patterned habit at some point in your past or whatever, have decided very deeply, unconsciously, that that's just the way things are. That this is the relationship between things. That you can choose any of that.